In today's video, I'm going to be realistically rebuilding the Pittsburgh Steelers, but with the new addition of Will Howard and Derrick Harmon. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. I would appreciate that. But looking into the team here, I think the Steelers actually had a really good offseason, and that is coming from a Ravens fan. No hate to you guys. Really respect the moves this offseason. Getting DK Metcalf for a second-round pick was really good value in my opinion. You have two big guys here that are more like go up and get it, contested catcher guys, and George Pickens, DK Metcalf, and of course you can't forget Pat Freiermuth here. The offensive line, when healthy, I think can be good. Zach Frazier had a really good first year with them. You got Troy Fatanu, who was out the entire first year, so we'll see how he plays. Broderick Jones hasn't quite developed yet. Hopefully he can develop. We'll see about that. And then you got just Jalen Warren here, and then you also got Caleb Johnson in the draft, so I don't think that was a bad pick at all either. I don't know how good he's going to be. You lost your 1-2 punch with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. I think Jalen Warren's a good running back, but I think by himself he's not going to be good enough. That's just my personal opinion. I think he's good as a rotational back, but defensively you got Derrick Harmon. I know so many people are going to be whining and be like, oh, you should have gone Shedeur Sanders and da. Yeah, let's not pick another quarterback that isn't fully proven yet. Kenny Pickett. Yeah, so let's just not do that. I know some people are going to blow up at me in the comments and be like, oh, Shedeur Sanders has proven this, that, and the other. Derrick Harmon was a good pick. You guys needed it for the long term. Cameron Hayward's getting up there in age. I think this was a good pick. You got Jack Sawyer here in the later rounds as well. I think that was a steal. Derrick Harmon was a good pick. If you say otherwise, this is coming from a Ravens fan too. I'm not trying to hate or anything. That was a good pick. Shedeur Sanders, I think in the first round, I don't grade him as a first round pick. I thought it was a second round player. He slid to the fifth round due to some personality concerns. That's literally what it was labeled as. But you got Will Howard in the later rounds. I like Will Howard. I don't know if he's going to be the guy. You never know until you actually see it on the field here. But star development, 68 overall. I think that's fair. I think that's probably what Madden will give him. If anything, I think Madden might make him like a 66 overall, but we'll see. But yeah, let's see if Will Howard can be the man here for the Pittsburgh Steelers here. DK Metcalf getting Will Howard as his quarterback, of course. And then this defense is so good, dude. It's so good. Darius Slay, Minka, Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, Patrick Queen, Cole Holcomb, Jack Sawyer, Derrick Harmon, Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, Joey Porter, Deshaun Elliott. Really, really, really good defense here. That's really all you can say about it. A lot of reallys in one phrase there. But either way, 84 overall team. Hopefully this offense can shape up because that's literally the only thing holding the Steelers back from their entire franchise. Low-key, Mike Tomlin kind of is too. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but going 9-8 and losing the wildcard round isn't very helpful to the franchise, but we'll see how it goes. Don't want to be a total hater here. Let's move into the midseason mark. 3-4. I mean, honestly, not bad considering we have a 68 overall quarterback. We're 12th in passing yards, 14th in passing defense, no, defensive points per game, 11th in passing defense, 31st in defensive rushing game is a bit ridiculous to me, but maybe, I mean, I don't want to move into a 4-3, but I mean, that's really not going that well for defense. Defense should be doing a lot better here. Patrick Queen leads the league in tackles right now. Scouting and national focus, I'm going to try and let Will Howard cook. I'll give him 2 seasons. If he doesn't cook in 2 seasons, that's that. I know some people may be like, oh, that's a short time frame. If he was a first round pick, sure, I would take more years to develop him, but he's not. So I'm going to do scouting national focus for receiver, get a receiver 3. Players ready to negotiate here. Jalen Warren, I do want him long term, depending on how he plays. We'll see how it is. He's 25 right now. He's 26 technically in real life right now, but we're starting the 2023 season. Well, 2025 season, not 2023. Way too far back. Wow, these are the only signings right now currently under contract. Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, apart from that then, since there's no contracts, let's move into the playoffs. 7-10, first losing season for Mike Tomlin here. 10th in defensive points per game, 5th in defensive passing game, 31st in defensive rushing game with Derrick Harmon and Cam Hayward, which is a bit wild here. And then offensive passing game was kind of the only good thing about our offense. So yeah, it sucks. Stats and awards, Will Howard, not that bad for a 68 overall, 20th best offense here, 7th best defense, 27 touchdowns to 17 interceptions, not ideal. 95 pass rating is good in real life, but in Madden, it's not that that crazy. Nice passing yards, though. Got sacked 40 times. Jaylen Warren, no fumbles, 10 touchdowns, 3.9 per carry. I think that's worthy of a re-signing. 3.9 per carry isn't the best, but I really don't have anyone better. George Pickens, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. Robert Woods, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. It's because he's in the slot. DK Metcalf, very underwhelming season for being an X factor. 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pat Fryermuth, 5 touchdowns, 700 yards. Sacks allowed. Zach Frazier with 10 is wild. He did way better than that in real life. Broderick Jones allows 9, and then Mason McCormick here allows 7. Isaac allows 7, and Fatanu allows 6. Patrick Queen, 132 tackles for a loss, 17 for TJ Watt, 15 for Keanu Benton, 10 for Alex Highsmith, 8 for Cole Holcomb, sacks 16.5 for TJ Watt, 14 for Cam Hayward, 13 for Alex Highsmith, 5 for Keanu Benton. Great sack distribution there. 3 interceptions for Darius Slay, 2 for Patrick Queen and a handful of others. Deflections, 7 for Patrick Queen and Beanie Bishop. And then safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. And the Eagles go back-to-back here, trying to go for the 3P as the Bills are now 0-5 in Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts wins another Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. TJ Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year finally. And then that will be it for the Steelers awards. In the AFC North, Cam Hayward and Matt Prater both retire. For the team upgrades, Will Howard already jumped up to a 78 overall. I did not boost any XP or anything. That's crazy. 10 overalls in one season. I guess it's because he's a starter for us, even though he performed okay. I mean, sure, I guess. I'll take it. Defensively, is there any actual upgrades? Keanu Benton goes to Superstar. Patrick Queen goes to Superstar. Alex Highsmith goes to X Factor. Nice to see. Good thing we got DERRICK Harmon here because Cam Hayward retired. I know some people may be like, oh, technically Cam Hayward plays right end in the 3-4 scheme. I have Jack Sawyer here. I know he's not technically a 3-4 defensive end, but at the same time, we already have Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt playing, so I'd rather just have him there. I moved Cam Hayward to the inside, and he just retired after one season, so it doesn't really matter that much. The team improved defensively, per usual, but offensively, we seriously need to get better. Broderick Jones might be a replacement. Same thing with Mason McCormick here. We'll see how that goes. Zach Frazier allowing 10 sacks is ridiculous, and I do need a new receiver 3. I know Robert Woods just put up 1,000 yards, but that's only because he's in the slot. I feel like any slot receiver in Madden can do that. Players ready to negotiate here. Jaylen Warren, it's good enough. If I'm being real, it's good enough. We'll give him $9 million a year, and he still wants to hit free agency. If he's going to be picky, oh, it's $9 million to tag him? Sure. If it's only $9 million to tag him, yeah, I'll take it. He's going to re-sign. Everyone else here, I'm just not interested in. Let's move into free agency with $70 million to spend. Now, it's kind of weird because I literally need nothing other than a QB, a long-term running back, and maybe a receiver 3, which is all something I can pick up in the draft. I don't need anything on defense. I don't like my free agency class. Rob Havenstein, Bobby Wagner, Patrick Ricard. These are seriously the top 3. Like, this is just a crummy free agency class. Von Miller, who's 36, superstar developments. I just don't like anyone here. I'm just going to skip out on this free agency class. It's just a bum free agency class. I don't like it. Let's move into the draft. I know some people may be like, oh, you need to sign some free agents for your depth chart. I'm just going to let the AI do that. I'm not going to worry about that. And the Browns get the #1 overall pick again. What is it going to be? It's going to be an offensive tackle. Maybe they're looking to build around Shedeur Sanders. Is Shedeur currently their starter? I'm just curious to see. It looks like, yeah, Shedeur is their starter. Currently is 71 overall. I believe that's what he started with, but he has morale down because, you know, he's on the Browns. But we currently have pick number 8 in the draft. I am currently, I was about to say I might not go with the QB, but if it's this loaded, dude, oh my gosh. None of them have A awareness. But some of them look really good here. If they're that good, Clark Sweeney, Sidney Sweeney's brother, I for sure need to draft this dude to get in contact with Sidney Sweeney. This guy's going to be the pick just for the Sidney Sweeney connection. No, I'm kidding. 6 foot, 232 out of Ohio State. Another Ohio State Clark Sweeney here. That would be wild. And then Dexter Harrell out of South Carolina, 6'1", 232, good strength, good throw power. These guys, now that I'm looking at them, they really don't look that great. Alex Hargrove out of UCF here, elite strength, good throw power. It's just the awarenesses that are just throwing me off. I'm sure they can be good, but honestly, those guys don't look stellar. Again, I'm going to let them cook. I'm going to give another year to Will Howard. The halfback here in Martin Cruz out of Alabama, 5'11". This could be our long-term back. 4.42, great speed, great acceleration. I don't pick running backs in the first round because I feel like it's a waste, but I kind of want to mix it up. I don't need anything else on offense. Do I pick another Alabama running back? The last one with Najee Harris didn't work out too well. But you know what? F it. Martin Cruz is going to be the pick here at number 8. Ranked number 1 in the class. Got him at number 8. Hidden development. He's a baller. In round number 2, ooh, we got some QB controversy here. I could do this. Peter Howell out of Pittsburgh? No way. We're going to repeat Kenny Pickett part 2. 6'3", 230. Elite strength. Elite throw power. This is too good to pass. It's like a Shador Sanders situation, but he's from Pitt. Come on, dude. Peter Howell, I'm going to do it for the storyline. He's going to be the backup for now. Ranked 89, got him at 40. Normal development. He's going to be the backup for now, but he could be the starter if Will Howard doesn't put his stuff together. So that's fine with me, honestly. It's a good value pick. It's a safety pick, you know? And then for the right guard, I need a new one. Ooh, this guy's with A's looks really good, but this guy also looks good. Carlos Gennard out of Oklahoma, 6'5", 300 pounds, pass protector, solid speed, good strength is what I like to see. A pass block power. Doesn't really have the run block finesse. Is Steve Wayne any better? 6'4", 313 out of Ole Miss. Solid strength. Doesn't look much better. And then the day 3 guy here may be better. Darrell Lamb out of Tennessee. 6'3", 310. Good strength. Solid acceleration. A awareness. He looks kind of better. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to pick up Lamb over the other 2 guys. I think this guy looks better. Ranked 67, got him at 72. Hidden development, that was the right pick. 87 strength, 77 acceleration. He looks good other than that run block power, but he's a pass protector archetype. And let's finally get to my scouting national focus wide receiver position. I didn't do that the entire time. This guy just has Fs everywhere. Wow, this board sucks. Everyone here is bad. This one doesn't look that bad. Post UDFA, Rafael Crossan out of Arizona. I mean, sure, we'll look at that later. He's a post-UDFA, so I'll look at that down the board. Monte Callahan, defensive tackle out of Utah, 340, 6'2", elite strength, all I need to see. That's all I need to see. Ranked 57, got him at 104. Hidden development, 96 strength. As soon as you see that elite strength, just take him. Let's try and pick up a DB in the 5th round that has, like, insane physicals. This guy has elites across the board, elites. But what's his speed? His speed, marginal to poor, but he has elite speed. That's weird. I don't like that at all. But anyone else that's crazy speed, good strength? Is this guy good speed? It's good speed, but Shameik Wilson out of California, 6'2", almost 200 pounds. We'll take him just because his physicals. It's 5th round, ranked 149, got him at 142. Sure, decent value. And finally, can I get that guy that I was looking for earlier with the really good physicals? It's Crossan here out of Arizona, 6'2", physical, good strength. We're just going to pick him up in the 7th round, ranked 121, got him at 194. Great value there. Doesn't look amazing, but we'll take him. And with another 7th round pick, picking up fullback Artie Bayless here, ranked 84, got him at 205. Nice value for him. And then I'm also going to pick up a new punter and a new kicker. I love Chris Boswell, but he is aging, and I don't want to pay them. I have 4 7th round picks. I don't even know how I got those. Now I'm going to be picking up kicker Kenny Carr, ranked 97, got him at 217. Hidden development, 94 kick power out of Oregon. That's mainly why I took him. What is his kick accuracy? It's a C. That's fine. And now we get the final pick in the draft. I'm going to pick a punter here just because I don't want the accurate ones. I want the power ones because you can teach accuracy, you can't teach power. And then I picked my final punter, but since it was the final pick in the draft, EA still has that glitch to where it just ends the draft instead of showing you this. Now I'm stuck on this screen and I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Now I usually don't use all 7 round picks, but I think I balled. I think I just had an amazing draft. 82 overall running back Martin Cruz, the #1 overall player in the draft. 72 overall Peter Howell as an insurance thing. Darrell Lamb, hidden development. Monte Callahan, hidden development. Shameik Wilson, not bad value there, really fast, 91 speed there, not really fast, but good value, 69 overall, nice. Crossan's a 70, post UDFA, by the way, projection. Artie Bayless, 72 fullback, a new kicker and a new punter long-term that I don't have to pay. This was an amazing draft for us, and we had the best player in the NFL here, well, in this draft, by a mile. 82 overall is a crazy pick. I usually never pick running backs because I don't think they're worth it in the first round because you can find them easily later down the board, but that was a really, really good pick for us. Now, this is the team after the draft. Martin Cruz is starting immediately along with Lamb. Everything else looks pretty good, not Peyton Wilson. Let's put Crossan at the 3 here, see how he does in the slot. 85 overall team. Callahan is going to go on the depth defensive line because we ranked 31st in rushing defense last season. Special teams still going to have, oh, it looks like we don't have Chris Boswell. Did he get cut from the team because my new kicker? Probably, if I'm being real here. But let's start Cruz at every position we possibly can. I want him getting all the touches here, but Crossing in the slot, Beanie Bishop, Juan Thornhill, I don't want playing in the slot. I'd rather just have him playing backup safety, and then everything else looks great from here. Will Howard, you got to cook. We drafted so good this season. I mean, we still got to develop, but we'll see. Let's move into the midseason for year number 2 with Will Howard. 1-5. Our offense is horrible. Defense 31st, but we have the 2nd best passing defense and the 8th best rushing defense. Make that make sense, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. No one's top 3. Is it just Will Howard sucking? Is that all it is? Yeah, he's awful, dude. I mean, 15th in passer rating, 27th in passing touchdowns. What is happening? Scouting national focus, sure, I'll just keep it receiver. I'm just so confused. Our offense just is total garbage right now. It just was significantly worse than last season, even though I improved on it. TJ Watt, take all the money you want. I don't care. 4-year deal. I don't care if you're going to be 35 by the time your contract runs out. George Pickens, take all the money you want. 5-year contract. He's going to re-sign. Jalen Warren, I have your replacement. Deshaun Elliott's, I'm not going to do 3 years. I'll do 2 years and boost your salary. And then he re-signs on that. Cole Holcomb, he's 29. I'll do a 1-year deal and boost your money so that way you stay. And he re-signs back with the team. And then Caleb Johnson should not be here. He should be on a rookie contract still. And then we got Calvin Austin. I don't want Malik Harrison. Isaac isn't that bad, but he's about to be 32. Skylar Thompson, and then all these other extras. Just don't want Broderick Jones. I'll accept his option depending on how he plays this year, but let's move into the playoffs, dude. Will Howard, if you don't cook something up on the stat sheet by the end of the year, you're getting benched. 6-11, defense just sucks all around. 32nd rushing defense. That is so stupid, dude. That is so dumb. Oh my gosh. Will Howard here, 25th pass rating, 26th offense here, and then 25th defense, dude. We have to be kidding me. 1 more interception, more touchdowns, less yards, lower pass rating, got sacked 1 more time this season. Do I give him 1 more year? What's his overall at this point? It's an 82 overall without the morale going down. What do I do? Is it the playbooks? My defense is clearly good. The AI just doesn't care. Martin Cruz sucks on the stat sheet. 3.3 per carry is terrible. 7 touchdowns, no fumbles. George Pickens, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Crossing here, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. See, the same thing with Robert Woods, as I said before. It doesn't matter who you put in the slot, they're going to perform well. DK, under 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Sacks allowed here. Fatanu sucks. Broderick Jones allowed 11 sacks. Zach Frazier slightly improved, but still allowing 7 sacks. Isaac allowing 6. Still going to move on from him. And Darrell Lamb, our rookie, our lowest overall offensive lineman, allowed the least amount of sacks. Patrick Queen, 117 tackles for a loss, 17 for TJ Watt. Only 5 sacks. Why? I didn't change the playbook from last season. Nothing changed other than me improving my team. DERRICK Harmon, 15 tackles for a loss, 13 for Alex Highsmith, 10 for Keanu Benton, 13.5 sacks for Alex Highsmith, 7.5 for DERRICK Harmon, 5 for TJ Watt, 3 interceptions for Joey Porter, deflections 11 for Patrick Queen, 7 for Peyton Wilson and Darius Slay, safeties 0 defensive touchdowns, 0. I don't know why the team is just so bad for no reason. It's specifically the defense. Why is my defense ranked 32nd in defensive points per game? That doesn't make any logical sense. Like, I have definitely the best defense in the entire league. Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl MVP and finally gives the Bills their first ever Super Bowl win, and Josh Allen wins another league MVP here. Martin Cruz wins Offensive Rookie of the Year after getting 3.3 per carry. I don't know how that works, but sure. In the AFC North, CJ Mosley retires on the Browns. For the team upgrades, Cruz comes with Superstar X Factor. He's going to be good long term, but 3.3 per carry last year was not acceptable. Lamb comes with star development. Oh, I just knocked my mic. I'm sure I just destroyed everyone's ears there. Anything else here that changed? Defensively, Beanie Bishop goes to star development. Callahan comes with star development. Nothing else here that I can really see. That sucks, dude. Why is this defense so bad? Darius Slay is regressing pretty hard. Gonna need a new corner, and then maybe need a new strong safety because Deshaun Elliott's contract is only a fefew years. For the team re-signings, Jalen Warren doesn't want to be here, so I'm not going to force him to be here. Broderick Jones sucks. Calvin Austin I don't need. All these other extras I just don't want. $104 million to spend in free agency. Let's see what we have. Greg Rousseau is here. I don't need that. Don't need that. Mason Graham is already here in free agency. Superstar development, and the Browns decided not to re-sign him. All right, that's dumb. I'm actually going to go back and edit this contract and force him back on the Browns because this shouldn't be happening. But yeah, this left tackle class is bad the way it is. Maybe David Bakhtiari on a 1-year contract. I don't really know what to do from here. So as dumb as this sounds to say, I'm going to get Alvin Kamara here just on a 1-year deal as a backup halfback to replace Jaylen Warren. I know it doesn't do much for the team, but it's like the free agency classes are terrible, dude. They are so bad. I need an offensive tackle. It's not there. I need a corner. It's not there. Nothing I need is in free agency, and I have all this money to spend. Super annoying. And we have pick number 5 in the draft. Even worse than last year. The Saints go with the tackle. The Browns give up on Shedeur Sanders. The Jets go with defensive end. And the Packers go with defensive end. I know some people may be screaming at me to go QB, but is it even worth it? Unless this guy's like a total stud. Al Cameron, obviously I know it's not AI. Al Cameron out of Purdue. 5'11", solid, and then great throw power. Like, my backup is better than this guy. That guy looks terrible. This guy, Colin Schmidt, out of Auburn, 5'11", 218. Elite speed, 4.39 is crazy, but, like, he's kind of just mid after that. And Will Howard's the highest overall I have on my team. I doubt I can develop the other one in time. Do I trade back? Like, what do I even do here? I need the AI to let me win the game. It's so stupid. I guess I'm going to go offensive tackle. Josh Macklin here out of Washington State. Could move Fatano to left tackle. This guy only has decent strength. That sucks, dude. The decent strength for a trench player is awful to see. First round guy, Victor Harris out of Oklahoma, 6'4", poor strength. I don't want that. It might be Josh Macklin here regardless. I might just pull the trigger on it anyways because it's just a position of need. I don't need anything else. Paul Woodard here out of Louisville, 5'11", 221. Doesn't look crazy on his athleticism. Doesn't look bad in his skills. Josh Meadows here, not Josh Meadows, Stephen Meadows looks better on his athleticism. You know what? Do I just say F it? He's a hybrid archetype. He doesn't seem that crazy because his zone coverage is C to F. We'll just say screw it on Meadows here and just pick him anyways. Ranked 48, got him at 5, but he has hidden development, so not the best value pick, but I'll take it, I guess. I'm just in a position where it's like my team is so good, but the AI just refuses to let me win. Please, just let me do something. First to second rounder, and Scott Hartman here out of LSU. F run blocking, L. Poor strength, dude. Come on. Let's stop with this poor strength stuff. You're an offensive tackle. Please start acting like it. Josh Meadows here, I guess the brother with a different skin color, same last name, solid strength. I'm looking for someone to move to my right tackle or my right guard here. And Dennis McKinney here, decent strength. Dude, what is up with these weak offensive linemen? As a second to third round slot player here in Edward Parker, 5'10", out of Tennessee. Good speed, elite acceleration, and a 4.34. You know what? We're going to take Edward Parker. Why not? Ranked 24, got him at 37. Of course, he has normal development. And then for my third round pick, going to be looking at corner here. Does anyone really stand out on the skill department here? A catching, A tackle isn't what I'm looking for. B man coverage. So this guy doesn't look bad. And Alfonso Roll here out of Texas, 6'3", 204. Decent. Doesn't look stellar. Can we be so serious right now? Are we being so serious that these are the best guys? Bo T got a UCF here. Good, decent. A tackle, sure, dude. I'll take it. Oh my gosh. Rank 36, got him at 69. These are good value picks. These are high overall picks. I keep getting normal development. I'm just frustrated that my team isn't performing better than it is. But trust me, I will win a Super Bowl within a 4-year time span. Just let me cook. Steven is a 73 hidden development, 74 for Edward Parker, and 73 for Teague, but both normal development. Brandon Taylor, 72 overall receiver that the AI picked up at LSU. Normal development, good value. I did not pick that guy up. And then 68, and then another wide receiver at a 70. So this is all good value here. It's just not good enough, you know. Now this is the team after the draft here. I'm just going to keep my fullback the way it is. The AI picked up a 70 overall, hidden development, and this guy, he was like a 6th round pick. But sure, let's start him in the slot because he has hidden development. Why not? And then Lamb's playing left guard because I forgot to get a guard. I forgot we needed that. Okay, he's going to play guard. And then Meadows here. Honestly, I'm just going to make him the starter over Elliott. No, Elliott's a higher overall. We're just going to do that for now. Everything else seems pretty good for now. Specialist-wise, Cruz is going to move up. And then I want the other guy in the slot. Let's move this guy down. So everything looks pretty good. I mean, Will Howard, I know I said I was going to bench him. I don't have a higher overall player. I'm hoping he just develops like magically in simulation. That's just how it works sometimes. I'm being so serious. Magically, that's just how it works. And yeah, we'll just see. Year number 3, let's move into the midseason mark. 3-3. So my team is magically significantly better. 9th in offensive points per game, 8th in defensive points per game. Keep in mind, my defense was ranked bottom 5 last season. Magically, they're good. And I didn't get any improvements on my defense. I got depth players and I kept the same playbooks. This just magically got better. That's EA Sports for you. Anyways, 3-3, still not that good of a record, but allowed 34 points against the Colts, so I don't know how we're the 8th best and averaging 19.8 per game, but I guess the Colts are just broken in simulation. Scouting national focus, let's do corner here. And for the players ready to negotiate, DK, just take a big payday here because I have so much money to spend here. Patrick Queen, take a payday because I have so much money to spend. And then let's see what we have. Keanu Benton, take a payday. $25 million. He's not even 85 overall. Is ridiculous, but he knows we got the money. Let's just lower. Do I lower the contract? No, let's just boost the money for Minka. He's going to sign Joey Porter, take a big payday. We're just going to hand out these paydays left and right. Beanie Bishop, take a payday. And everyone's just getting their bag today. Broderick Jones sucks. And then Alvin Kamara here, don't really need him. Cole Holcomb's pushing 31 here. Darius Slay doesn't want to be here, and I don't really want him. Fatano, we'll see how you play, but other than that, hopefully we make the playoffs here and don't just be a first-round exit like typical Mike Tomlin fashion. And we have no top 3 players in any of those stats there. Cam Ward is leading the league with the Tennessee Titans right now. That's interesting to see. Ray McLeod is balling with the Falcons, apparently. That's cool. And then Kool-Aid McKinstry is developing. And then Campbell. Is that Jahad Campbell on the Commanders? What happened, dude? And then Watson is on the Jaguars. Okay, that's weird. Anyways, let's just move into the playoffs. And we magically make the playoffs after changing almost nothing in my roster. 10-7. All right, that's just how it works. 4th best defense, 10th best offense, even though our yards don't reflect that, but sure, I'll take it. Stats and awards, Will Howard is mid. Perfect for the Steelers. 9th best offense, 16th best defense. I mean, at this point, I really can't develop anyone else. I can't develop Peter Howell in time. He's going to be too low of an overall. It's supposed to be a 4 to 5 year rebuild. I'm in year 3. Will Howard's just going to have to be the guy. Almost 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 13 receptions. He's improving. 103 pass running, only got sacked 33 times. So this is his best season so far. And then Martin Cruz, 1,000 yards, 4.4 per carry, 12 touchdowns, 1 fumble. Much better of a season, but I still expect more out of a running back. We should be giving him the ball more. DK, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns, his best season with us yet. And then George Pickens, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Pat Freiermuth, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. And then Brian Mayberry here with 700 yards and 7 touchdowns. Sacks allowed here. Broderick Jones still sucks. And then Troy Fatanu improved. I'll accept his option. Lamb allows 6. Mason McCormick allows 4. Zach Frazier only allows 1. Huge improvement from year number 1. Patrick Queen with 104 tackles for a loss, 16 for TJ Watt, 14 for Benton, 12 for DERRICK Harmon, 8 for Peyton Wilson, Alex Highsmith, and Jack Sawyer. Sacks, 13 for TJ Watt, 8 for Alex Highsmith, 3.5 for DERRICK Harmon, 4 interceptions for Peyton Wilson and Minka Fitzpatrick, deflections, 8 for Peyton Wilson, 6 for Darius Slay, 4 for Beanie Bishop, and Steven Meadows, the new strong safety. Safeties on the team, 0. Defensive touchdowns, 0. So we are currently in the year 2026. It would technically be 2027, but let's just say it's 2026. Can we win our first playoff game in a decade since 2016 against the Kansas City Chiefs here? We do not. 31-20, that was expected. Let's move in to the 4th and potentially the final season. And the Colts beat the Commanders in the Super Bowl. Anthony Richardson wins the Super Bowl MVP. He is so cracked in simulation. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. There are no awards here for the Steelers this season. In the AFC North, Darius Slay, Justin Tucker, DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Kelce, and Amari Cooper all retired. Really weird to see Travis Kelce and Amari Cooper on the Bengals. For the team upgrades here, offensively, Pat Freiermuth goes to superstar development. Mayberry goes to star development. Will Howard's up to an 85 overall without the boost. There's no point to developing Howell at this point. It's just too far gone. I can't develop him in time. It is what it is. Defensively, anything else here? Meadows gets star development. Anyone else with an actual upgrade? I don't see that. I still need a corner. That would be nice to have. Hopefully there's one in free agency. But But apart from that, let's move into the re-signing. For the players we get to negotiate, I'll accept the option for Troy Fatanu. He looks a lot better. Broderick Jones can walk. He's terrible. All these other extras just don't really want, and some of them don't even want to play with me. $84 million to spend. Please, free agency, give me something good. Ask and you shall receive. We got Ronnie Stanley, Kendall Fuller, and then we also got Hunter Henry here. So a lot of older veteran guys. I went after Marlon Humphrey as well. He didn't want to sign with us, but either way, we got a different Raven and Ronnie Stanley. But now this is the team moving into the draft. I would still like a left guard so Lamb can move back to right guard. I'm fine on receiver, honestly. I like my halfback, obviously. Defensively, I wouldn't mind another corner, even though we kind of do have nice depth there. We'll see, though. We're going to pick at number 22, the typical Steelers pick here. Let's see, we have Jeff Carrier, Cade Rudolph with a triple neck. Imagine being 232 pounds and you have that for a face. But anyways, what do I even want at this point? I guess just, again, corner. Let's just go look at that right now. Day 3 guys, first round pick, and Evan Claiborne only looks to be the only good guy here. A man coverage, F zone coverage. Evan Claiborne out of Michigan State, 5'9", 191, good speed, great acceleration. Round 1 talent, second to third projection. I'll take him anyways. He's going to be the pick. Rank 16, got him at 22. Hidden development, good pick. And then around number 2, picking up another defensive tackle in Marcus O'Neal here because apparently our defensive line is still a problem. 6'4", almost 290 pounds. Hidden development, 85 strength, very athletic. And then around number 3, picking up a left guard ranked 191. Doesn't seem very good. Probably won't be a starter, but it is what it is. I'm going to simulate to the end of the draft. I really think this is the best my team can get right now, unless you wanted me to trade all my draft picks and Will Howard for a different QB, but I'm sticking it out with Will Howard. Hopefully he can be good enough to win us a Super Bowl. You know, Joe Flacco won the Ravens a Super Bowl, so if he can do it, anyone can do it. Evan Claiborne, I mean, even Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Evan Claiborne, 74, 72 from Marcus O'Neal. Not a good pick for the left guard. Everything else, they stopped drafting after that. Now, this is the team going into the 4th and potentially the final season. I'll play a 5th season if we don't win the Super Bowl. Always want to end out the rebuild with a Super Bowl win. Improve the offense a little bit, specifically on the offensive line. Broderick Jones, I gave him time to develop. He just never developed. Sad for him. I have so much depth at my defensive line. I have so much depth at corner, even though my corner isn't the best position for me. I mean, it's still a really good team. I would just like the AI just to let me win at least. I mean, not let me win, but at least give me credit for how good my team is. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. But we'll see how it goes. 4th and potentially the final year. So let's skip out on the midseason and just skip into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs as we are magically 12-5 and we're just magically a good team and magically have the #1 offense in the NFL. It just changed nothing about the team again. I mean, I got a better left tackle. That shouldn't make us the #1 scoring offense in the NFL. But still, 2nd in defensive passing game. The new corner helped, I guess. And then 11th in defensive points per game. Top 10 in every offensive stat at least. Stats and awards. Will Howard finally put it together in year 4. 4th best offense here. 2nd best defense. Finally, we just had to let him cook. It took a long time. 4 years is a long development, especially for a guy who's, at this age, 26. I mean, it's not that bad. I thought he was a lot older for some reason. I thought he was like a 24-year-old rookie. But either way, 4,100 yards, 40 touchdowns, 10 receptions, 110 pass rating, only got sacked 32 times. Best season yet for sure. Martin Cruz, 4.4 per carry, 16 touchdowns, almost 1,300 yards, no fumbles. We fed him the ball a lot more, and he is doing amazing. Glad I used a first-round pick on him. He is balling now. Crossan here, the slot player, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's star development. George Pickens, 880 yards, 7 touchdowns. DK Metcalf, low-key been kind of a letdown this entire rebuild. He's had a 1,000-yard season with us, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. Pat Fryermuth, almost 700 yards, 10 touchdowns. Sacks allowed here, 9 for Zach Frazier. He allowed 1 last year. This dude's all over the place. Stanley allows 7, 6 for Troy Fatanu, 3 for Mason McCormick, who's actually been doing pretty good, 1 for Darrell Lamb here, who's been great. And then Patrick Queen here, 130 tackles for a loss, 9 for Alex Highsmith, 7 for TJ Watt. That's it. Sacks, 11.5 for TJ Watt, 11 for Alex Highsmith, 8.5 for Derrick Harmon, 8 for Keanu Benson. Great sack distribution, but I expected TJ Watt, even though he did win a Defensive Player of the Year in this simulation, I did expect him to do better because in real life he does better. But either way, interceptions, 3 for Patrick Queen, 2 for Peyton Wilson, who's been great, 8 deflections for Patrick Queen, 7 for Minka, 5 for Joey Porter, and safeties is 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. Can we beat the 8-9 New York Jets? We're 3 overalls higher than them, and come on, they're 8-9, dude. We got to be better than them, and we are. Here to face the 9-8 Houston Texans here. Let's see if we can beat them to move on to the conference championship. It's year number 4 here. I want to make sure I hop into this game. Here we are against the Texans. They're going to open up with nothing. We're going to bring it back for 7-7 start, 7-14 start. Big run there, 14-14 start here. Defense needs to step up. Offense is doing great, though. 21-14 at half. We punt at half. 21-21 tie game here. 24-21, 31-21, and then 24-31. Just hold. What are we doing? We held the ball. Thank God. We have the ball in our possession now. That should be the game. Just run out the clock, and we do. 31-24. It looks like they had a turnover there at the very end. That almost gave me a heart attack, as we will be moving on to the conference championship. Here to face the 9-8 Cam Ward Titans. They're an 84 overall team. How did they get to the conference championship? Weren't they a 1 seed at one point that made it to the conference championship? Pretty sure that was in like 2021. Cam Ward, still a normal development here. I can't adjust developments on my rosters, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. But he seems to be developing pretty nicely for an 88 overall. But can we beat the 9-8, 84 overall Tennessee Titans at home to move on to the Super Bowl? Here we are against the Titans, afternoon game here. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with nothing. They're going to make it 14-0. They're an 84 overall team. Are we being so serious right now? 6-14, 12-14. Didn't get the 2-point conversion there, as we're going to make it 19-14. Defense holding strong in the second half. Shutout in the second half. Defense woke up. Offense woke up. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's what I like to see. Will Howard here. He had an okay game, 1 touchdown to 1 interception. Cam Ward didn't do that hot either, but great job from the defense. Seeing the scoring summary here, that second half shutout was huge. Let's move on to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 12-5 San Francisco 49ers. Can they finally push themselves over the edge and get past that barrier and win a Super Bowl? They don't have Dre Greenlaw or Hufanga anymore. Lamb goes up to superstar development. That's awesome to see. Crossan goes up to star development after that amazing 1,300-yard, 13-touchdown season. Any other actual upgrades? Was Minka already an X Factor? I don't think he was. He goes to superstar X Factor. Still don't know Claiborne or O'Neal's development trait yet. That's fine with me. 90 overall team. Can we finally push ourselves over the edge here? Did they pay Brock Purdy since they don't have all those players on their team anymore? And yeah, they did. Superstar Brock Purdy, 97 overall here. What do they have for their roster squad? Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Ayuk, Kittle, Purdy. Mason Graham is on the Niners now. Superstar X Factor. That's not right, but you know what? They got him. Honestly, it seems like something the Niners would do. But anyways, apart from that, let's see if we can beat them to get our first Super Bowl win since what, like 2009? Here we are against the Steelers. I mean the Niners, my bad. We're the Steelers. 7-0 start. They're going to make it a 7-7 game here, 14-7. We do get ball at half. Clock is winding down. We're going to score another 7 right before half, opening up half with another 7. That's exactly how you do it. We are dominating right now. 28-7 here will be your final score. 28-7, as once again, your Pittsburgh Steelers are back on top for the most Super Bowl wins, or at least tied for it here, as we win 28-7. As once again, the Niners lose another Super Bowl. They can never get over that hump there, as once again, we are Super Bowl champions. Will Howard is going to come back in the playoffs and steal the Super Bowl MVP. 149 pass rating, no interceptions, 2 touchdowns. He's definitely going to get the Super Bowl MVP after playing kind of mid throughout the playoffs, but hey, we'll take it. A win's a win, and this will be a successful rebuild. Your Super Bowl MVP is Will Howard. We had to let him cook. I'm glad we did here, as there are no other awards for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be a Super Bowl success here, as I'm sure Mike Tomlin will retire. But anyways, surprised Will Howard didn't go to superstar development, as Ronnie Stanley does retire with the team. Built up a really good team. Martin Cruz here is a 99 overall with the boost. 90 overall team. Probably would be higher with Ronnie Stanley. But everything else looks good. I think DERRICK Harmon actually did pretty good with us. I love the team that we built up. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe, especially if you made it to the end of the video. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.